Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Ask the Accountant, your weekly live Monday morning show, talking all things accounting and bookkeeping news related. This is episode 187. It is the 1st of June, 2026. My name is Johann, and as per usual, I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Aaron Patrick. Now, before we talk about our time and our day, our weeks, let's talk about our supporters. Every single episode of Ask the Accountant and any part of the Ask the Accountant network and podcast network is supported by our Patreon members. And we have our call list of cool friends who are Paul Whitehouse, Katie St. John, Mahul, and Peter Richardson. So thank you for your continued support. And if you want to support the channel to grow and to do more video and content production, you can join us using the links. Comment. Aaron, how are you, and how is your week been?
Yes, very good, thank you. Very good indeed. Busy week as per usual, but I got to actually have some downtime over the weekend. Went to a gig. Went to see at Lee Valley Stadium a little known band called the Lottery Winners. Now, I'd be interested if anyone actually knows who the Lottery Winners are. I imagine you'd never heard of them, Jan? No?
A list of people that have got a lot more money than they did a few weeks beforehand.
They've never actually won the lottery, ironically. But supporting them with Scam for Girls, so you've probably heard of them.
Yep.
She's so lovely. She's so lovely. But no, brilliant gig. It was just nice to back to gigs again, and at a stadium, and it was their home stadium. So yeah, very good, very good indeed. So yeah, it was good fun. And then yesterday came back up to the office and a bit more like setting stuff up, getting stuff ready and everything else. We should mention the elephant in the room though. We're both wearing shirts. This is unprecedented, isn't it?
Uncoordinated, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we've both got client facing meetings today, haven't we? So big boy clothes on.
Professionals.
What about yourself, Jan? How was your weekend?
Yeah, I had a chilled weekend. A bit of DIY, changed some plug sockets, etc. Nothing too strenuous. So yeah, no, very chilled weekend. After last week was productive, being at home all week for the first time in weeks and weeks. So that was good. Good. Yeah, it's a relatively at-home week this week, apart from one day when London and back in a day.
I don't know why you're doing that. That's mental.
Do that from Edinburgh.
That is absolutely mental. Even I'm not doing that, and I'm only Derby. So,
but as always, we would not be here if it wasn't for our community around us. So let's go through the comments and say hello to everybody that's today. Cheryl, as per usual, 8:30 on the dot. Cheryl saying, "Good morning. Back to overcast and rain. Yes, summer is over. Yeah. It's now due to rain for the next 2 weeks in Edinburgh. Can't wait.
This could be beneficial because surely the prices of fans will go down. So now's the time to buy. You should see all the sales coming on and all that sort of stuff. Because I did look to buy a fan during the heat wave. I was like, no.
Is that like trying to buy a webcam during COVID? Is that no chance?
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan, Kirsty St. John, good morning, everyone. Sunny in March. Lucky you, Kirsty. Peter from AIMGB Accounting says, good morning. Good morning to you. Mahul, good morning, everyone from cloudy London. Hope everyone had a great week. Hope you do. Natasha from Bookkeeper Superhero says, morning all. Good morning. Juliet says, morning all. Good morning. They're all coming in now. Susanna says, good morning. Good morning to you. Paul Ingram says, good morning, as does Lisa Mulholland. Clive says, morning, chaps. Good morning, Clive. I saw a post about Clive using Xero the other day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's got much choice with the updates and stuff that's not happened for Ireland at this point in time. There was it's tough times for him, and he's going to DAS as well. I mean, what's going on? It's completely changed, isn't it?
Oh, catch it with.
He says he's going to go down. He was asking, and maybe this is one for you as well. Is it socially acceptable for him to walk around DAS with a beer in his hand?
Yes.
There we are. I said the same thing. So that's two for one.
Find me an accounting conference where it's not acceptable. Maybe some governing bodies conferences would frown upon that. But Accountex and DAS and Fab, I don't think any of them would have any issues with that.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I think it was. I mean, it's going to get him to enjoy it more, right? So that's what it's all about.
And the vendors will be ecstatic when he's signing up to Everything Drunk.
He'll be there. I just went up on my signature.
Yeah. Don't worry about the demo, lads. Just sign me up.
I've heard great things.
The swag was enough.
Yeah. What do you mean you got a beer bottle opener? Yes, I'm in. And that's what you want for swag, beer bottle openers.
It is. Kirsty St. John, weren't they on a talent show with the lottery winners?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. But I can't remember which exactly.
Like
but
you go to a gig where you've not spent 3 months researching the meaning behind every lyric and their founding story.
I mean, I was treated this one because they're one they'd like to do a lot of collaborations. So I got Frank Turner there, Reverend and the Makers were there. So yeah, Chad, what's his name from Nickelback? He was there via video because it's Toronto. So yeah, so don't blame him.
Fair enough. Paul Whitehouse says good morning, Paul. Alexis says morning all. Nicola Gardner says good morning, everyone. Aaron Waters says morning. Oh, what a journey to the work this morning. Had to change 4 times instead of just once. Oof. London transport at its finest for you there.
Oh, is it?
True balance.
Is it what you call it again? Are they striking at the moment?
Are they on strikes again?
Maybe.
Can you tell? True Balance Accountancy says good morning. And Glenn Watson from Tax Essentials says morning, half term is over and we're back to normal. Absolutely. Clive says thanks for confirming, lads, and sends beer cheersing emojis. And Amy Hancock says, good morning, Amy. Fantastic. Lots of people in the comments. I'll tell you, it was a quiet week last week. It was hard work in the comments. With everyone on their holidays. How dare they? You and I are committed to this. So the only line we draw is Christmas Day and New Year's Day. And this lot can't turn up because it's a blooming half term.
A couple of bank holidays, the bank holiday before, we just put a live out, a pre-recorded live. So
that's because I was skiving.
You were flying in the air or something and couldn't get stable internet. Like I've heard rubbish before, but that was just taking the mickey.
But I'll be broadcasting in November from Sri Lanka again.
Oh yeah. I saw you post about that. That's good fun.
Yeah, very exciting. The old Amex business card came out for that one. So return flights to Sri Lanka and back, business class, cost me £680.
Oh, wow.
Restaurant on air miles.
Wow.
Sold. Can't get to Greece and back for that, but I can get to Sri Lanka and back.
I know. Sometimes I can't get Derby and London to back for that.
Mahal says there's no strikes, just severe delays on 7 lines. But there is a strike tomorrow and Thursday. That's fine. Wednesday's okay.
Yeah, no, it's always a bad, because Wednesday always means that then everything's all out of sync and everything else. But
we don't need tubes on Wednesday.
True, actually. Yeah, it's out over the road, isn't it?
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Stick a middle finger up at the underground striking.
And King's Cross come clutch again.
Karen says, I presume last week was recorded, hence didn't join live. No, Karen, we always strive to be live. The only time we're not live,
we don't.
Yeah, the only time when we're not live is when we have either when we know one of us is going to be mid-flight or mid-travel somewhere, which is only once or twice a year, and we haven't got a backup presenter to help us. This is a painful show when it's just one of us. Really painful.
Oh yeah.
To the point we wouldn't broadcast it to protect you all from it.
Yeah, that time where I sat there in my Vision Pro was a low point in my presenting career. Anyone want to talk about it? Please ask me questions.
The fad that never caught on.
Yeah.
And Kirsty says, yay for Wednesday.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Right. We have to discuss, people. So, last week we were telling people about the controversy of Starling Bank's email, which basically read as a middle finger to accountants and bookkeepers. Well, they've sent another email out now from a team member who used to be an accountant. I think he got a job. I think he got promoted that day to try and give him a job title that meant he could apologize on the company's behalf.
I hope the job title was "I used to be an accountant."
Yeah.
on its signature.
And I'm really sorry. But yeah, no. So for those that haven't seen it, an email went out reassuring and promising that the accountants and bookkeepers relationships Starling have as partners are very important to them. They're going to think very carefully about how they word future email.
Well done. What's it? Claps in the chat.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So yeah, I thought we'd update you on that. 1 week later, kind of what happened in the week. But yeah,
now, we won't say too
thoughts?
much. We won't say too much, but we're fully aware that someone's moved, like in the transfer market scenario, right? And someone's moved from Starling to Apron. Do you reckon he's very happy at this point? Do you reckon he's made the right choice?
Yes, I think he got out. You wonder if he saw this. He knew this was coming.
Yeah,
and went, I'm off.
Yeah, bye, lads.
Thanks, but
what do you mean you're taking the last raft, the last life raft? Yeah, no. Look, I still feel a little bit icky about the whole Ember thing as well. So I feel like they're in weird waters, right? Like strange waters, and it's such a competitive area at the moment. I mean, it's challenger banks all over the place, and they were like, and they still are like because I still use them, right? And they are like a good one for kind of innovation, because they're one of the first to bring like pots and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I just feel like the whole Ember and all of the bits they're doing at the moment, they're just, it feels like they're not listening to the community or their community, and they're just plowing ahead, right? Yeah. Which is mad, isn't it, when you kind of think about it?
Apart from plugging in and pissing off all the accounting and bookkeepers to their own accounting software, what else have they done recently?
Yeah.
Whereas like Monzo continues to impress me. Like Monzo at the moment, so we've got our joint account, personal account, a few business accounts with Monzo, and my personal account now, I can move my pension to Monzo. I've got my pots, I've got my savings, I've got my investments. It's like Monzo is the one-stop app for everything for my personal financial situation.
Yeah.
Like, and I just feel like they're constantly working to advance it, and make that more of their direction.
Yeah. I'm with every bank for my sins.
Which in itself causes you the problem.
Yeah. Great idea on paper, bad idea from a AML point of view, but that's one for a different story for a different day. But you're right. I'm thinking like all of the cool innovations in all the other ones lately, like everyone I can think of have this like a reason to open up the app and have a play around with it. Do you know what I mean? You're right. There hasn't been anything Starling. I mean, they're still light years above like NatWest, for example, I've got now, and that is my personal bank account, and that is I've had business accounts and I've personal accounts with NatWest for 20 plus years now, maybe longer, right? Maybe 25 years, like all in total. And the other day, I logged into my bank, and it didn't know who I was, and it couldn't figure out that I was connected to one of the accounts. So it had to like create this new login page for me. Now I have to click in, and awful. But that's what happens. We have these archaic kind of systems that they're trying to build up, right? Whereas Starlin, Monzo, they don't have those restraints. See, at the beginning, Starlin was so good at so many innovations, so like really like bringing stuff to the table, and everyone's just gone, oh, great. They've got to feature parity, and then they've gone above it, right? And Starlin just seems to have been stagnated. They seem to put all their eggs in this Ember basket, and we're still not sure what the Ember basket is, right?
Yeah, it is very odd. And although Monzo did piss me off the other week, so I moved some money from my personal account into one of my business accounts as an investment into my business.
Yeah.
And they sent me a message telling me off the next day, saying that my personal account is not to be used for business purposes. So I went back to them and said, "Would you like to explain your problem?" And then we can see these transactions. Like, yeah, you set these limits, so I moved money over several days. Oh, but yeah. Like, it's not used for business purposes at all, but never mind, you calm down. They did apologize and remove the strike that they put on my record.
They put a strike on you. That's harsh, isn't it?
Yeah. Good job I challenged that.
Yeah. Don't know if I should be podcasting with you knowing you have a strike against your name with Monzo.
I don't anymore. It got expunged.
Yeah, but you did for a bit.
That's the only concern you've got.
History books say you did.
If that's the only concern you've got about me, then that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. Okay. Speaking of old technology and new technology, I want to talk about screen scraping.
Oh, controversial.
So, you and I have been on record for a number of years saying HMRC does not allow screen scraping through logging in to HMRC's website.
Yeah.
It is against their rule. And some softwares have gone down that route. We won't name them, but some softwares have gone down that route to offer a competitive advantage. But a bulletin that came out last week vindicates you and me, Aaron. Once again, we were right. We saw it coming. And HMRC have decided they're going to take action against people that are screen scraping data. So things that basically screen scraping is used when data is not available on the API from HMRC. Things like AYE balances, corporation tax balances, self-assessment balances where the balance where it's not been submitted through MTD IT. This information is not currently on an HMRC API. So if a software is servicing this information up to you and isn't the software that filed that information, aka QuickBooks, Payroll, Xero, etc., then it's not most likely being captured through screen scraping. So HMRC are going to deal with it. And how are HMRC going to deal with this? Are they going to go for the software vendors? Are they going to penalize them? No. They're going to block yours and my agent access.
Yeah, mad, isn't it? Mad.
So basically what HMRC came out with last week is, look, we know they're doing it. We're not happy about it, and we're going to stop it. So going forwards, any agent authorization login details where HMRC believe they're being used to screen scrape, and it's fairly obvious through their data points. They can see people logging in at random times, track of like 3 o'clock in the morning, and
consistently right at that
sequence.
point.
Yeah. So it's really obvious to them. So what they're going to do, because they can't really go after the software vendors apparently, is they're just going to block yours and my agent logins if they've been seen as being used for that purpose. So that means that we can't, never mind, can we log in to check the balance manually? We wouldn't be able to file a tax return. We won't be able to submit RTIs, FPSs, etc.
It's got worse than that, hasn't it? isn't there been the new thing about if you don't have an agent account, you can't actually act for your client?
Well,
That came
and
in.
they won't talk to you now about your client on the phone.
No, it was a thing, wasn't it? In the fine involved
yeah.
or something now, because it was something to do with it mainly affects like solicitors and stuff, didn't it? Now they've been forced down this route. Like,
so
2 months ago, it came into play, didn't it?
basically, anybody that's using a software to pull in live data from HMRC that is looking at AYE balances, corporation tax balances, personal tax balances that aren't filed through the MTD IT or the agent gateway for capital gains, like the 60-day one, you need to have a serious consideration and risk assessment of what risk you're putting your firm's ability to operate at by continuing to use that software. Because HMRC aren't going after the softwares. Their bulletin has made that very clear. They are going after the agents that are using that software, thinking that if we, if we throttle them by the throat by cutting off the agents, the softwares will pack or collapse. It's one of the two. Either way, HMRC's problem solved. So it's a very direct method, whilst also being very indirect from HMRC.
The problem is sometimes you don't know it's screen scraping, though, doesn't it? I mean, this happened to us. How long ago did open banking come into play?
Yeah,
5 years, 10 years, whatever the number is. But pick a number between that, right? And at the time, we didn't know which of our software was screen scraping and what wasn't. Well, I suppose back in the very first iteration, they were all screen scraping, right? That's how they got your bank data. But we didn't know, and it took a while for you to know which one of your software had updated and which banks had allowed open banking, and there was a whole kind of thing. But at least we knew that it was the term open banking compliant was something that we could look out for, right? And we could be a bit like savvy about it and go, oh, I don't really want to use that one because I know that's, do you know what I mean? Like, it was always kind of, and some banks it was obvious because some banks, if you remember, you used to have to use your authentication code and used to make sure the connection worked. You had to use the authentication code to connect it in, all that sort of rubbish, right? But the problem we have here is because there's no like term for it, and also HMRC have really dropped the ball because there's no alternative. If this was like open banking, where look, stop screen scraping, it's too dangerous, there's too much risk involved, blah blah blah, which is right, like it was fraught with fraud.
There's two issues here, right? One is HMRC. If you built your APIs properly, screen scraping would have never been required in the first place. That's the software's arguments. They've done what they've done, be able to deliver the information.
It's a pain point. Yeah.
But HMRC's argument is, well, it's been in our rules from day one that you shouldn't do it. And as far as HMRC are concerned, those softwares have been breaking the rules for a substantial amount of time in some places. And they've missold accountants and bookkeepers by not being open and honest about how they're capturing this information.
But then do they need to? I don't know. Like, in devil's advocate for that one, it's like,
Aaron, I can get you a couple of gold bars. Don't ask me how I got them. I did have to break into a bank, but that's okay because I've met your, like, ultimately a software vendor is knowingly breaking the HMRC rules to deliver a financial gain to the software vendor because they're charging for these services.
It's like you said, though, if HMRC had given us the tools. I mean, I'm one of the problems, right? Because during January, I set a little ChatGPT agent to go in and get my up-to-date HMRC list, right? Like for 31st Jan. Obviously, I'll never do it again because I don't want to get myself banned. But I came on here and I said, look, I would never recommend it, but it's it's a really good way of of solving that pain point.
Yeah. And I do think they've probably seen a spike in screen scraping since things like Atlas browser, Claude plugin,
Yeah.
ChatGPT plugins and stuff have come along where people have gone, just go and get all these balances for me. Here's my login details.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rightly or
Exactly.
wrongly.
Yeah. I mean, this is another reason why MTD in theory will be beneficial, because in theory we get access to this, but I've not really seen too much chatter about what is available, what's not, because isn't the MTD one something about you have to submit to be able to get access to the data or something along those lines? Isn't it like only if you're providing quarterly updates or providing end of year, do you get access to the rest of the APIs that give you that?
I don't know.
There was something along that line or something, wasn't there, that we were talking about at the very beginning? Or is that what it is for the VAT side of things?
I think that's the VAT side, because remember the MTD, it has now got 2 levels of authorization.
Yes.
Not that they've built the agent authorization API part for the second newer part where you're the support person, but that's a different problem for a different day. Yeah, you can only have. Yeah, I think you have to have full access. Deal.
Yeah.
So
But I've
if
not
your
seen
software's
anyone
telling you,
promoting that side of it though. Like from a from a user point of view, if we could have our client balances being available in a product, right, we'd jump at the chance, wouldn't we? Like that's a great value added service.
We've looked at it at Engager.
Yeah.
And whilst we could do it with VAT,
Yeah.
and we could do it for MTD income tax for anyone that was on the beta,
yeah,
the value really wasn't there until the majority of people are on MTD it, and then you're still missing corporation tax and PAYE and CIS.
Yeah.
Because they're not on the MTD APIs.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of development time and stuff to build into. I think that most people are VAT on direct debit.
Yeah. But it is,
Yeah.
It should be, or the potential for it to be useful is there, right? And it's HMRC should be encouraging this, right? This is how they
HMRC's
stop.
concern is data security. So they only want you pulling information via the secure API. But, and also, they don't want this data point landing in loads and loads of different softwares. When you turn off a software, do you remember to go and disconnect it?
No, agreed. But at the same time, it's like HMRC haven't made this easy. Like they've made hoops to jump through, and like that point I'm saying about
the open banking approach and gone, right, we'll let you
here's
connect,
a standard. Yeah.
But we are going to re-authenticate every 90 days. Because that's why the re-authentication bit's there. Because in banking, banks were worried that someone was going to connect their banking data to a software and it would be connected indefinitely. You stop using that software and forget to disconnect the bank, but you're still giving that software your banking data. So they went, well, we'll do this, but it's on the condition that we re-authenticate every 90 days.
Yeah, stop the bad eggs. Yeah.
Right, let's have a quick look at our comments. So Mahal says, I watched on record for last week. Nicola was too busy helping to move a steam engine before it got too hot, so missed last.
I've heard excuses. Yeah.
That is right up there. We'll let you off on that one, Nicola. Mahal's looking forward to Wednesday. Paul says, my Starling rep got promoted in abbreviated commas, and I got a handover email last week. I don't know how many reps they've got for the accounting. I always felt like quite a small team, but could be wrong. Steph says, very late, sorry, blames Soccer Aid and no notification about the live this morning.
Yeah, good win by England, Soccer Aid. That was good to see.
It was. Karen says, what softwares are these? Now, Karen, if we name softwares, we get legal people telling us to cease and desist. So there's only so many legal threats I personally can deal with each year. So we're not going to tell you what softwares these are. We're just telling you that screen scraping is not allowed by HMRC's rules and has never been allowed. And I have made people aware of this for a very long time. And people have either chosen to go with my advice and not use a software, or they've ignored my advice, gone with the software, and they're about to get burnt. So basically, the way to look at this is, does a software you use give you visibility of live or live-ish PAYE balances? That's not just the payroll software saying, well, this month you owe this amount. This is a software that goes to HMRC and comes back and says, you owe this amount, and it's formed of penalties, interest, and the original tax, whatever. So that's for PAYE, corporation tax, self-assessment income tax, if they're not on MTD it. They're the three main ones. If you have a software that is presenting that information to you, and to do that, you have given them your agent login details, then you could have a problem that you need to decide whether you want to carry on with that software. As a caveat, tools like Engager, Bright Manager, who use your information to use the API to get agent authorization in place, that is on the API. They are completely and utterly above board. So we follow all the rules. But yeah, it's the ones that pull the balances from the softwares. They are screen scraping. So just be aware.
Yeah, and the ones we're aware of are and oh, and there's also so yeah, we've said it now, so it's fine. Everyone heard it. It's fine. But
Paul says,
it's not just API though, is it? Just quickly though, it's not just API. What's the term? Is MCP? Is that the right term?
Yep.
For the for AI and yeah,
that's the answer for AI's API.
Yeah, I assume that's not on the radar anytime soon. That's what 20,
HMRC haven't finished building
40,
their APIs. Never mind
80,
an MCP.
48 maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if HMRC are worried about security of APIs, God.
Yeah,
you mentioned MCP, someone's going to need a blooming paramedic over there. Paul says, will HMRC or someone else whistleblow the companies offering this software like they do tax avoidance companies?
Based
I don't
on
think
that
it's a big enough.
Yeah. Based on the report, it seems
problem.
like they just want to attack us, right? Like tell us for using it, right? Which is crazy.
They want to stop people like Aaron plug in Claude or ChatGPT or Atlas browser into HMRC to scrape data. So it's not just softwares, it's people using chatbots as well.
God, just throw me on a bus. Don't you worry about it.
You deserve your registration removed. Kirsty says that's really scary, screen scraping and blocking access. Yeah, completely agree, but we just need to be vigilant of my chair's just fallen backwards, but never mind. If a software is doing something no one else has ever done, then ask how they're doing it. But when Engager did the VAT agent authorization, which no one else has ever done, we had all the API information. We had all the, we could show how it works.
Yeah.
Hooks, CUCZ. I'm not sure if I've said that right. Is it any software where we have to put both username and password into software rather than doing it through the 18-month authorization, or is it not that wide? It's not that wide. So you're going to need to put in your agent details for the API usage, which is completely legitimate and above board. I think I've already covered this though in what I've just said.
Question though with this new authorization thing, because we've got the new two-factor authentication coming live next week after, something like that, is it? Maybe this week, something like that. There's no clarification.
Screen scraping.
Well, it will, but also there's been no clarification of which one we're supposed to be attaching to Engager, QuickBooks, Xero, Sage.
Well, for the API, because it's constantly there, when you first do your agent login and
Yeah.
it takes you to the HMRC Gov page, it's just going to be one extra step of two-factor authentication, and then it continues as normal. It won't need the two-factor every time you call up and down the API.
But the whole point of this is to stop us, like people like me, again, I'm bad egg, of having that one shared login, right? Because that's the whole point of this. It's to stop that so that when we now start dishing out to every team member we've got their own individual logins, etc., etc., etc. But which one should we be connecting to get these APIs? Because now that's got to be me. I've got to do that because I'm the master one, or whatever you phrase it as.
Now every team member is going to have their own login, whereas most people have just had one login for the whole firm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and if it's me, that means I've got to provide my passport details, my last time I paid HMRC, blah 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 blah. What if I'm not available, or yeah, exactly. But what if I'm not available at the time that someone needs to file a VAT return and it's disconnected or whatever? Do you know what I mean? Like, at least before, everyone had that ability just to go in, get it connected, everyone's happy, right? Now we've got to put another control in place. So who is in? Because you've got to have it that surely the only way this is going to work is it's got to be one login with everyone's access.
No, I think the theory is that everyone's login that's associated to that account at a high enough level will be able to connect an API for you. That's the theory. We'll see what happens.
But then what's the software going to do when it's like one day you added it with this one, then you'd add it with another one, and you know what I mean? It's I just feel like it's going to end in tears.
Sue says, good morning. Good morning, Sue. Karen says, sends rolling emoji faces at the point that I say if I name someone, I'm going to get sued.
Or the censoring.
True story. Or censored. Yep. True story, people. Amy says, I ignored your advice, but then got stung with incorrect emails to clients and subsequently stopped using the software.
We're laughing with you, not at you.
I'm laughing at you for ignoring my advice. I'm sorry, but when I give advice and people ignore it and I'm right, the smug face comes out.
Yeah.
Speaking of smug face, Clarkson's Farm's back this week. I'm very excited.
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Karen says, I didn't even know there were softwares that did this. There's not many because most softwares don't break the rules. They know the rules and they don't try and come up with a service offering, tempt people in by breaking rules. So
yeah, can't believe that did it as well. You know what I mean? Like that's the one I'm really frustrated about.
I'm not. Kathy sends crying emoji face as well. Catherine says, late to the party this morning. Hello, and tuned in for Johann's favourite topic. What, being right?
Yeah. Well, maybe it's throwing people on the bus is your favourite topic.
It's a big bus.
Yeah.
Catherine says 8048.
Should we know what that is? Is that like 6-7? No.
I'm trying to work out if she's trying to type out one of the providers.
No.
I
suppose
my old,
it could
be. Catherine, this is one of my big things for me at the moment with AI. There are very few regulations and it's moving so quick. Any regulations we have can't keep up. Absolutely. No one can. And
right.
Look at the governing bodies. Governing bodies have only just this year announced their stance on AI. And it's been around for years. And that stance is pretty outdated already.
Yeah.
Laura McCarthy says, okay, so I'm late, but I did actually make it. Hello, Laura.
Welcome aboard. There's still room on the raft.
Yeah. Right. It's 9:10. Let's move on. Let's talk about software updates, people. We've got 3 big software updates. So let's start. Let's do these in alphabetical order.
I was trying to think, what's the third one? And then realised.
We're going to do these in alphabetical order. So, Apron made an announcement last week now, So they have now got the ability to make mileage claims built in. In my heart, I like to think they saw this news from Rachel Reeves about going from 45p to 55p, and they saw everyone's responses online, and they just went, let's just quickly build that. There we go, guys. It's live. It's only been a week, but it's live. Because that is the way Apron works at times, is they go, oh, there's a pain point there. Let's go and solve that quickly. And they've done it, and I love it. So yeah, mileage claims can now be done on Apron with the right rates. I noticed several software. I think we named them last week. Actually, some softwares last week were right on this. Like Free Agent and Dex, they were all over it. They updated their rates straight away. I've seen some posts asking QuickBooks when they're going to do it. I imagine someone sent a carrier pigeon over to America. They're waiting for that to arrive, and then America will go, "What's a mileage rate? Is this important?" And they might release it in December. But hey,
I don't know. I don't know if it'll happen anytime soon. But yeah, there's bigger fish at the moment in there for them. So we'll see. We'll see.
So yeah, Apron's got mileage claiming ability. Fantastic little add-on.
Yeah, and that makes expense claims even easier for them, right? You know, put it all in one, job done. And I like the idea of making it easy for your staff to get it sooner. There's nothing worse. You've said this before, right? Like, yeah, you can put it through your payroll, but then that staff member's got to wait all the way till the next payday until they can actually, have that money come through. So
no business should be trading on what is in effect a loan from their employee.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got this opportunity now. They can go go to your trade event or whatever it is that they're doing for you. Use their Apron card to pay for stuff while they're there. Get that through. Everything else all done. Use your virtual card and just get that claim that day if you want to, and get it signed off and paid over to you. It's brilliant.
Exactly. So that's Apron launching new mileage claims, which is fantastic news. Free Agent have had a raft of updates. Aaron, I believe you've got a list.
Do we need to learn what the alphabet is? You said you're doing alphabetical order.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Let's go for Engager then. Engager Pipeline's live. So on Friday, Engager launched Engager Pipeline, which is the ability to have deals, etc., and to track all your deals and the value of your prospects through Engager. Aaron, have you had a play with it yet?
I certainly have. Yeah. It's not for me as such because we'd already butchered the prospect list to get it so we could make it work for us. But I can see the vision. I can see where it's going. I do like the kind of Kanban-y board effect of it. That's and I'm someone who doesn't use Kanbans all that much. I'm still a list man, which you especially Andy really gets upset with me about that. Like every time he looks at my Engager and he sees that there's no what do you call it?
The list of doom's been brainwashed into you, hasn't it?
It's just my way my brain works. I just scroll down a list and everyone's happy. But for deals,
it's funny when everyone blames social media for inventing infinite scrolls. Like, actually, I think you'll find practice management softwares had the infinite task list nailed years ago.
Yeah, well, I don't like to see the end of my list. I like to have that constant pressure. Do you know what I mean? Like every time I go there to see it. But honestly, I do. I much prefer having that list. But that's just me. But for deals, I can see where that Kanban really does come into its own play because you can kind of see them. You can dish it out that, oh, so-and-so's looking after this section of the Kanban board and so-and-so's looking after this section. Maybe it's the thing to the post and all that sort of stuff. So, no, I like it. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's there. I'm looking forward to where this goes next because I know this kind of like release one of X. So, yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I assume you're kind of bored of it now. You've been using it for so long.
I've been talking about it for so long. We've got webinars and stuff coming up this week about it and stuff. So, as you say, like this is just the start. So we're now looking at the next parts that we're hoping to get out in August. So that's exciting to see what's coming there and stuff. Adding more value.
And I promise you, if you can fix my prospect list, then I'll be the happiest guy alive, because
I,
prospect lists become a beast if you're not careful, right? And it becomes,
it's a mess of your own creating.
Yeah, is it? I would say the prospects themselves, not jumping at as soon as I send it. I mean, that's the biggest problem, isn't it? But you have to nurture these prospects sometimes, don't you?
And then we've got Free Agent have got a raft of updates as well, and you've got a list, I believe, Aaron.
Yeah, not 1, 2, but 3 VAT improvements. I love this. They've brought out a VAT checker that identifies potential anomalies in each VAT return and highlights these to practices. Now, we know certain software already had a VAT checker, so I'm loving the fact that other software's jumping on this bandwagon coming through from here. Why isn't this just a standard for everyone now, though? Like, now, Free Agent are showing the way now. Like, come on, let's go and see this here. But it makes sense, right? Come from there. I am looking forward to seeing, and I imagine Free Agent will jump at this at some point, but seeing this on like MTD quarterly returns and stuff like that, that's where I'd love to see this coming into it. But it's there. So you've got your VAT checker, so it looks for them. The VAT full report now includes a VAT percent column, so tax treatment reviewed at a glance. So if you're looking down your VAT report, you can see what VAT thing was done there. And then the show transaction report now includes an attachment indicator, making it easy to see which transactions have supporting files and which may need follow-up. So all quality of life improvements, aren't they? And looking at the like list, I see some regular faces are very happy about the fact that these have come live. So yeah, it's good. Fantastic. Good to see.
Always good to see that they're continuing their development. Right. Well, you'll be pleased to know, Aaron, I've left you 13 minutes to rant.
Oh, I didn't think we were going to do that one. Okay, cool.
Aaron, you've got a topic at close to heart. I want you to tell the people about it.
Very close to heart. This is big news. I do feel bad though, because like your software vendors have gone out and they've put these big software ones, and we gloss over that so we can talk about my rant. Okay, cool. Basically, the government have gone and stated that there will be a improvement to one of our key transport solutions out there. So for people who don't know, the whole of the train ecosystem is going to be coming into GB Rail going forward. So it's basically going to be nationalized, and it's going to take a while because you kind of got to, contracts have to expire and then they take over. I think they said at the weekend they took over 3 of them, like Thameslink, and there was a couple of others that got taken over then. So over time they'll start coming. But part of that means that they can roll out national upgrades that are going to help us all. And this one is close to my heart. So there is a train Wi-Fi boost technology coming our way. So basically, because it's all going to be under one thing, they can go and get this new technology, meaning that they can start thinking. I mean, I don't know if you've seen lately, but you now have the opportunity while flying to stream and to, game if you want to up there. Like they've got Starlink technology now in a plane so that you can get super fast Wi-Fi. You'd actually be able to watch the race, because last time I was up in the air, I had to watch the race on one of those trackers. So now you'd be able to watch it properly. So if you can get it in a plane, pretty sure on a train's not, it should be, within grasp. Anyway, they've gone and they've put this opportunity in, and they've said here, because there's been some adverts I've seen on the thing lately trying to promote train use, and they're like, and I'll butcher the actual advert itself. The advert goes something along the lines of, you should definitely do train, because if you do train, you get to do all your emails, you get to get a nice bit of food, blah 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 blah. You arrive better. You're spending that time, and that's what we've always said, right?
Why I use trains instead of planes.
Yeah. But we've said it for a long time, right? Like there is that opportunity. Sit down, crack on with emails, get some stuff done, bit of editing or whatever. Just use that time instead of sat in a car or whatever the other options are. But in reality, it's not the best solution currently if you're going to go. I mean, yours has never been terrible, right? But it's never been brilliant.
LNER have always been very good, but that transpires to be down to the train. as much as
Really?
it is the signal. So I was chatting to a conductor on a cross-country train, because I took a train when I went to Birmingham for Fusion. I took a
Yeah.
train and it was cross-country, and half of the route was the same route that the LNER train sits on.
Yeah.
And I had no
So
internet, no Wi-Fi, nothing. And I said to him, I said, what is the issue here? Like, you're on the same track as the LNER train and you've got no signal. It's the way they built the trains 15 years ago. Basically, it's just like a metal cage and nothing can get in. So
yeah.
if you want to get mobile signal, at best, you have to stand in that bit between the two carriages and hope.
What with the rubber between?
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks. So not only are they going to have to change the trains cross country for this to work, what they're announcing,
which they have started doing in cross country. In fairness, so they've got yeah. Look, can't come soon enough. And this was, I always kind of, people are always saying like, oh, what's the point of HS2? Blah 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 blah. Generally, the bit that made me excited was a constant Wi-Fi the whole way through. Like, you're gonna get your internet the whole way through. Like that makes it worthwhile, doesn't it? Like, if you've got that, if you know you can sit down, get your emails done, do a bit of research, whatever it is you want to do. Like, we're so dependent now on having that internet connection. Like, we just can't do any work without it. Seeing this news is good. So I was really happy to see this coming through. You'll be happy to know that Edinburgh to York is one of the ones that they are improving on. So that must be your worst, but you're probably eating your breakfast at that point, so you don't notice the fact
on the way back.
Yeah, and on the
way down there, that's breakfast time. On the way back, that's when I've hit enough rum to go, I couldn't do any more work.
It'll be irresponsible if I haven't replied to any emails at this point. So that's going to, if you want to go from York to Leeds and Manchester, then that's going to get updated. And a place called Glasgow, apparently that's got something coming as well. So yeah, anyway, so that's great. And then going down from there, they've decided to make sure to improve the Edinburgh to London line as well. So after York, they're then going to make sure the Edinburgh to London line is going to get that improvement. So that probably means that every other train other than LA that uses that line probably going to get an update. Yeah, that's good. Right, yeah, that's great. Yeah. Then it stops.
So what we're saying is Derby's not getting it.
The whole of the West Coast is being skipped on this one. It's the East Coast line that gets the update. So everyone on the East Coast line, congratulations, you're going to get a nice new Wi-Fi update.
Good.
Yeah, £57 million spent. Well spent. Yeah. So you're going to go from, I don't know, 10 megs a second to 100 megs a second or something, whatever it needs to be, just to warrant your price there. And the rest of us, we're as it states here, we're going to be left with Wi-Fi technology that's 10 to 15 years old, which is no wonder.
In the government's official statement, that was a press release, a press article, was it?
Yeah, that was a very. Apparently, the average speed on a train currently is 1.4 megabytes per second. I'd love to see 1.4.
I lived in a village in Scotland where 1.4 was a really good day for a landline.
Exactly. So that was my rant. I was so excited. This news article was like singing to me on all things. And I was like, yes, this is going to come through. Even so much as on our trains at the moment, the Derby to London, the East Midlands line, they've got this brand new train called the Aurora. They've basically bought old trains off someone else and put a new bit of paint on them. But we're really excited because it's bringing like things like this. You can charge while you're like and plug your laptop in while you're sat down. It's amazing technology. Yeah, there's a thing called a plug next to your seat. So this is going to revolutionize the way that we travel from Derby to London going forward. Have I ever seen one of these Auroras?
Those old trains.
Yeah. Exactly. Have I ever seen one of these Auroras? No. I've never seen one in my life. Jordan says he's seen one, so Jordan Vickery, because he lives in Sheffield. But yeah, for me personally, never seen one in the wild. So yeah, maybe one day I'll get to go on an Aurora and, plug my stuff into the wall and charge while I'm on the train. So apparently the Wi-Fi is just as bad. So, but you know, we got it there. So yeah, that was my rant. I just felt like one of the most impactful updates we could have had, and we were missed. And instead, they went on the line of the train, the side of the country where it's already okay or good enough, and they went, no, we'll just boost that one. We'll just let's improve theirs, and then the rest of the country.
How inconvenient YouTube buffering occasionally is.
Yeah. You know, that time when, you know, you're trying to download your latest Netflix series or whatnot, you know. Oh, yeah. It's just a hard life for us all. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, probably not, because what sounds like it's going to happen is the rest of the trains on your network are now going to be boosted up to your standard. So maybe that means that overall yours might dip slightly.
They wouldn't dare.
They wouldn't dare. Yeah, I do have another rant about LNER as well. You can't book from Leeds or York down because every one of them are always fully booked. How's that? How is that possible?
Popular line.
Yeah, everyone gets on a what is it, Edinburgh and Newcastle, and then the rest of why bother stopping at the rest of the places? Or what I'm talking about. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah.
Right, let's go back to the comments. Now Aaron's had his little rant.
Yeah.
About the lack of Wi-Fi in Derby. Paul says, I'm a Kanban convert. Looking forward to seeing how the forms work in deals. Yeah, that's going to be a very powerful. And he said, I added 300 prospects in April. So far, converted about 120 active. Fantastic work.
Which is great, but it's the 180 sat there that's the bit where you go, right, how am I going to manage this properly? So yeah.
And Mahal says, thank you very much, Aaron, for all the updates about the trains.
That's what I'm here for.
What, between you and Mahal's underground coverage, we're sorted on this channel for news. Like,
rename it. Ask the train.
Radio stations have 15-minute travel updates. We could do a weekly travel update, people.
Yeah.
You think we're boring now? Just you wait.
They'll be crying back for AI talk.
We've only got 2 minutes to go. We've missed an important update.
Go on, go for it.
Claude released Claude 4.8 last week. It's a deep thinking tool. So 4.8 deep thinks in a way that part of me thinks it's always done this and they've just made the user experience look like it's thinking more.
Yeah.
But a client asked me a question the other day and it's like, no, you can't do that. You've got to. So basically, client's got a contract in place to transfer some shares, but J30 form's not been signed yet, so we can't really trigger anything. Well, you know what? I'm just going to ask Claude just to see, because apparently Claude gives you the answers you want. Ask Claude, and the user experience of it going, I'm thinking about this, I'm looking at this, I'm researching, and that's just in a normal model for them now.
Yeah, exactly.
You need a deeper thinking Claude model, use Claude Opus 4.8.
Yeah, and the co-work update looks good as well, doesn't it?
It does.
The updates are there. So yeah. I think I'm fully converted now. I think I am. ChatGPT's still there, but why?
ChatGPT got asked over the weekend how I can dry some herbs because one of my rosemary and my oregano trees were getting a bit out of hand. It's like, I'll cut them all down. I don't really need fresh herbs right now. Oh, can I dry these in the air fryer? So that ChatGPT only gets asked questions about cooking now. That's all it's good for to me.
And you don't use Atlas at all, right?
No.
What about the Google Chrome? Oh, because you're on Safari, aren't you? So
I'm on Safari. I've got Google Chrome 4 when I want to use Claude Chrome.
Okay, for the extension, yeah.
The downside with Atlas that I found was it kept really bogging down. And normally when things like that happen with my browsers, my Mac gets triggered and it goes and cleans up all the cookies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My Mac doesn't recognize Atlas browsers. so it doesn't clear out all the cookies and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, there's that, plus there was already issues with it anyway. So in its functionality and its power, so it's like, right, you know what, got it. Back to Safari. But I now use Chrome if I want to use Chrome Lord plugin. I'm hoping next week, WWDC, I'm really hoping that we get a improved Safari which comes with Claude and ChatGPT plugins.
That's the rumor, isn't it? That's the rumor. Although they potentially will be Gemini, so it's fine. It's fine.
But if Safari can open, if Claude can build a plugin to Safari, that'd be.
Yeah. We'll see.
Right. What have you got on this week, Aaron?
Good question. Wednesday, London. Next couple of days is all BW related. Got like interviews and stuff like that, and all that sort of stuff that comes with it. And then, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, I won't be watching the Monaco Grand Prix, which is very, very painful for me. I'll be doing a talk to a group about MTD instead.
While priorities completely wrong.
While in the middle of a lake on a wakeboard, apparently.
Where are you putting the projector for the PowerPoint?
I'm holding it up. Hold this up and then talk through here and then on the wakeboard. So yeah, it's a yoga-y, retreaty type thing and all this and the other. So I'm a changed man. What can I say?
Things you'll do for a quick client sign up.
Well, thankfully I've got a new deal board that I can figure out.
Brilliant. I am home all week, apart from Wednesday when I'm in London and back in the day.
Yeah, just doing it for the day, right? Yeah, just nipping down. Yeah.
Crack of dawn, back the next morning.
But at least you got Wi-Fi the whole way. So do we?
Wi-Fi the whole way.
Does our heart really bleed? Yeah.
No, probably get full breakfast on the way down. You know, they've just changed the menus again, so might, nice pasta dish or something on the way home. I'm quite happy.
I might jump on your train on the way back and then just like get off at Grantham and walk the rest.
Might be easier. Brilliant. Final comments are Stephanie says, do you need a weather girl too?
Well, we get weather updates anyway, don't we? So we have that bit covered all times. Like, we know what's happening in March.
And we know
what's happening in London Festival,
Paul was very upset when I stopped giving weather reports about Edinburgh.
He was, yeah. Well, he's more upset that he couldn't check himself because we couldn't have the. You might have to put like a third camera up.
The weather cam.
Yeah.
Bad idea. I'll think about that.
You've got enough webcams, let's be honest.
Mahal says great idea to the idea of having travel section. And
or is it the weather girl one? Which one's he after?
Natasha says, I'm so pleased I switched from Windows to Mac. I mean, Natasha, you switched, what was it, 2 years ago now you probably switched, I think, from memory.
Yeah.
So right about now, you'd be probably buying yet another Windows laptop.
Yeah.
Whereas with Mac, you're good for another few years.
She said to me at Accountex that, why did you scream when you saw me or something along those lines? She'll tell you the story better than I can tell it. But that was the reason. It's because you're a Mac user now. That's it. I scream at every Mac user.
Like a third sense. Right, we are 5 minutes overdue, people. So
sorry.
Far too much fun being had this morning. We hope you've all enjoyed this show. As always, guys, make sure you like the videos, you subscribe to the YouTube channel, thick comments, share it with your colleagues.
Yeah.
And Natasha said, you made me jump. That's the Aaron effect. Brilliant. And we will see you all here next week for another episode of The Account.
It's a bye for me.
Later. Bye-bye.